Good evening and thanks for watching Local 4 News at 10. I'm James Sears. The midterm elections are Tuesday. All 435 seats in the House of Representatives, 35 seats in the 100-member Senate, and governorships in 36 states will be decided. One that's being closely watched is Iowa's race for governor. Local 4 News is your local election headquarters. A new poll released tonight by the Des Moines Register shows how close the race is. 46% of likely voters said they'll choose Democrat Fred Hubbell, while 44% said they'll vote for Republican incumbent Kim Reynolds. Tonight, Hubbell and running mate Rita Hart stopped in Davenport at the Carpenters Hall on Kimberly Road. They're traveling across the state, hitting up all the counties until Election Day. He spoke about stopping privatizing health care, improving education, and restoring collective bargaining rights. Hubbell told the crowd why now is a tipping point for Iowa.
We need change. And what does Governor Reynolds have to offer? No change, no new ideas, and no vision for the long-term benefit of our state. Iowans deserve better.
And we'll hear from Governor Reynolds in Davenport tomorrow. She'll be at Machine Shed on Northwest Boulevard at 6 p.m. Also a hotly contested race, Illinois' governor, dubbed Battle of the Billionaires. It's now the most expensive race in U.S. history. This weekend, Bruce Rauner and J.B. Pritzker are crisscrossing the state to get those final votes secured. More than $284 million has been raised on this race, more than the $280 million record in California's 2010 governor's race. Polls show Rauner trailing by double digits. On Monday, Pritzker will hold a rally with former President Obama. More than 30 million Americans have cast early ballots ahead of Tuesday's midterm elections. At least 28 states have surpassed their 2014 early votes, suggesting a high overall turnout for contests that could define the final 2 years of President Trump's term. Some states are even approaching their early turnout from the 2016 presidential election. Don't forget, Local 4 News is your local election headquarters. Join us Tuesday night after the polls close to find out how your candidates performed in this midterm election. We'll have the latest results from both sides of the river, both on air and online at ourquadcities.com. We'll also be talking to local experts about the outcomes. A class action lawsuit has been filed on behalf of hundreds of victims of an Iowa youth basketball coach. We told you last month, 42-year-old Gregory Stephen pleaded guilty to child porn and sexual exploitation. Stephen was the former co-director and coach of Barnstormers Basketball of Iowa for athletes between 4th and 12th grades. The lawsuit accuses Stephen of intruding on the privacy of more than 400 boys by secretly recording them undressing, showering, and performing sexually explicit acts. It also accuses the sports organizations of negligence by employing him. A police cruiser was involved in a car accident in Davenport. Fox 18 News was the only news crew on the scene this afternoon. It happened just before 1 o'clock at Kimberly Road and Spring Street. You can see the officer was rear-ended by another car. On the initial call to dispatch, the officer showed more concern for the other driver than himself.
Your location again.
At this time, we still don't know yet the extent of the driver's injuries. And a reminder, if you see news happening, forward it to 4. Just download the free Our Quad Cities app. You can get breaking news alerts and also share stories you want to see highlighted here on Local 4. A sale had women helping women in Davenport today. Dress for Success Quad Cities held its fall Second Chance sale in Davenport. The nonprofit helps to empower women toward economic stability with free clothes for jobs. The items on sale today were deemed too casual or formal for them. This event happens 3 times a year to raise funds for career development programs. The cold weather didn't stop Quad Cities runners from being outside today. The 30th annual Governor's European Cross Country Run took place at Scott County Park. Runners raced through a series of obstacles, from creeks to rope swings and mud. There were a lot of random challenges too, like finding the most hedge apples or the hidden prize for each course. Sounds like a lot of fun, Zane. All bundled up though because it was pretty cold out there.
Yeah, you got to keep moving when it's a little bit chilly out there.